teacher Yusen, and today I'm back again with our 2025 NMOS preparation. And today's topic we'll be talking about is just division, but with remainders. Let's take a look at what the question is all about. So this question is from NMOS 2021 round 1 question 25. It says n is equal to 2 to the power of 2021 plus 2021 to the power of 2. And I ask find the remainder when n is divided by 7. And as expected of a question 25, which is at the back, the question is not easy. Why is it not easy? There are two reasons. One reason is that we have two numbers added up together. And the second reason is that those numbers are not easy to calculate out. The numbers are very large. So let's break it down. We have two parts for the value of n. So how do we solve this issue? Well, what we can do is just split it out into two parts. And the first part being finding the remainder when 2 to the power of 2021 is divided by 7. And the second part being 2021 to the power of 2 divided by 7. And that is how we'll do it. And at the end, after I found the two parts of it, then what do? I add the remainders up together. So now we think, the question seems much simpler now. But there's still one more problem, and that is the numbers are large. Well, if the numbers are large, we definitely cannot directly calculate them. So we have to use some properties of our remainder to try to find the answer for this. Well, let's take a look at an example to see how this kind of remainder properties can help us solve our question. Well, with that being said, let's say, I have 3 divided by 7. What do I get my answer as? Just 3. What if it is 3 to the power of 2? 9 divided by 7, remainder 2. What's that? 3 to the power of 3, 27 divided by 7. What do we get? Remainder of 6. Now we see the numbers get larger and larger and larger. Can we still calculate them one by one by one? Maybe no. Then how else can we calculate the answer? Well, here comes our remainder property. So, for example, if I take 3 to the power of 2, we actually do not have to multiply directly. We can use the remainders multiplied together. For example, 3 as the remainder times 3. I get 9. 9 divided by 7 gives me a remainder of 2 over here. Then what's next? I take 2. Do I want to multiply the entire number again? No! I just have to multiply with the remainder, which is 2 times 3. And what do I get next? I get just 6. And 6 is just nice, my remainder of 3 to the power of 3. So can anyone tell me what is the remainder when I have 3 to the power of 4? You guys will have just realized that it is just 3 to the power of 3, which is remainder of 6 times 3. And that gives me 18. 18 divided by 7, remainder of 4. And we are done. So we realize actually I do not have to calculate out 3 to the power of something. All I have to do is just keep multiplying 3 to the remainder again and again, and I'll get all of the remainders that I want. So now, with that being said, that means that the remainder of the product of numbers is just equals to the product of the remainders. Alright? And with this information in mind, now let's jump to the question. Let's say, 2 to the power of 2021 divided by 7. Of course we can't solve it directly. So what do we want to do? There are 2021 2's over here. So we might want to try to see if there are any pattern. As usual, if the number is very big, then we have to find the pattern. And that is 2 to the power of 2 to the power of 3 and so on. We list them down. And now, what's the first remainder? It's just 2. What about the second one? 4. So now everybody take some time to try the questions on your own, okay? Do it all and see whether you can find any type of, well, pattern. So actually there is, right? To the power 3, 1, 2, 4, and 1. What do we notice over here? Wait, they seem to be repeating, and we notice that the first 3 of the numbers form one group, and the next 3 another group, right? So if I know that every 3 numbers form one group, how many groups are there in this question? Ooh, all of you should just know that. I just have to take 2021 divided by 3, and what do I get? The remainder that I get should just be 2. Ooh, and how did I get that first? I just add up the digits of them. 2 plus 2 plus 1, which is equal to 5, divided by 3. But that is another topic. Alright, so if I know that this remainder is 2, does it mean that my answer is just 2? No, no, no. We always say that divide by 3 is because 3 numbers are in one group. And then, well, this remainder of 2 basically just tells us that there are 2 lonely numbers that are not in the group. So out of the 3 numbers that are in the repeat, I have to choose the 2 numbers that are lucky that they are lonely. So which is 4 over here that it doesn't have a friend. So we have found our answer. The remainder is just 4. What's next? We still need to find the remainder of 2021 squared divided by 7. Oh, this is simple for all of you. 2021 divided by 7, what do I get? Oh, I directly get a remainder of 5. And then we think, what about next? Oh, actually, some of you have already seen the answer, right? Accidentally. So we realize I do not want to multiply directly. All I have is just take the remainder, multiply by the remainder, which is 5 times 5, and that gives me 25. Oh, 25 divided by 7, answer is just, remainder of 4. And we realize both of these situations, the remainder is 4. So can anyone tell me, what is the remainder when n is divided by 7? We have to add both of them together. But 4 plus 4 gives me 8. Can the remainder be 8? Of course not, right? So what do we have to do? 8 divided by 7 gives me the answer of just 1. And we are done with the question. So we realize actually the question isn't that hard. Even though it's a 25th question, it's pretty simple once you break it down bit by bit by bit. Now let's take a look at the summary for this question. What is the summary? Well, firstly, we see that the question is quite complicated as there are 2 parts to it. So what did we do? Well, first thing, remember, the remainder of the product is just equal to the product of the remainder. And then, since there are 2 parts to it, we break them down into each specific part and we add. And lastly, what do we realize? We realize that we split it up into groups, right? We found the pattern and then we split it into groups to find the actual remainder. So as usual, well, we just have to know the property of our remainders, split it up, and then find the pattern. And we are done. So with that being said, here is a practice question for this. Alright? So we have a similar question, but this year is 2025. So I've modified the question a little bit. Feel free to practice the question and then put your answers in the comment section below. And with that being said, we are done. So don't forget, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel below. Feel free to contact me or other teachers from Kangaroo Study if you need any help with math or just in general. Thank you, and here is my WhatsApp as well as my WeChat QR code. See you guys next time. Bye bye.